Welcome back to Vet Sequence, and this is the final uh
Countdown.
the final countdown to Kevin's experience as a firefighter. And I kind of wanted to end on a positive trauma note, because you have seen trauma, whether it's affected you or not. Your job is based around trauma. And I thought it'd be pretty cool to hear a happy story instead of cleaning up brains with a snow shovel, So go ahead.
So this was just a couple years ago. We get called to gal having her baby, and this would be the first delivery. I've been on pregnant lady calls, things like that, but this would be the first delivery. We were the first ones in, and I wasn't the firefighter that was, I guess, in the catcher position, but I was next to the lady that was, and the baby had the legs were out, it was breech, and that's not good. And it had the umbilical cord wrapped around its neck twice and tight. We couldn't even get our fingers into the cord to try to, release it a little bit. We did get the clamps, clamped off a section of the cord and cut it and tried to unwrap it around the head of the baby. We finally got the baby delivered, no breathing, no pulse. This had the makings of really just ruining a lot of, this could have been horrible. I'm doing CPR on the baby. The other firefighter that was in the catcher position, I guess, was doing breaths straight to the mouth to mouth. We're not playing around. It is, we needed the best that we can get. Mouth to mouth, is the best. And doing CPR, things like that, and start to okay, we're going to the hospital. We're carrying the baby. We're doing CPR still. We hand over the baby to get in the ambulance, and we start going, and on our way to the hospital, the baby starts crying and things like that. And to this day, the baby's still doing great, doing wonderful, everything like that. And there's not a whole lot of calls that we keep track of afterwards, There's a few of, if we see them around or things like, how you doing? How's this or that? But that's one of them. We've kept in contact a couple of times these, like how, and so that was really, really neat. Just a great, everything worked out really well for the mom, for the baby. Everything was great. Definitely had the makings of could be career ender for some, for a lot of guys. It could have, I was getting into the mindset that was definitely getting to chap my ass, type of, like, this isn't right. This isn't happening. This is not, but the training thing, things like it, we're still like in the zone. We're doing this, the stuff, but there was that in the back of the head. It was like, come on,
Yeah.
And
when you're in that ambulance ride, is that just like the slowest fucking drive of your life, or are you just busy focused on the baby?
A little of both. It's just kind of, we're focused on the baby. We're doing everything. It was just, it was 2.5 hours of the 5 minutes,
Yeah.
Your ride to the hospital, that was the longest 2.5 hours of my life right there, so.
Oh yeah.
It did seem to take forever, but like I said, as soon as the baby started crying, coughing up a little bit at first, and started crying, crying is the most amazing, you know.
Oh yeah, in that situation, especially.
That's the most amazing noise you could ever hear in your life, right there.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
That's, you know, and even if we get calls to a lady delivering a baby, things like that, or a choking baby, things like that, if, you know, we're there and they're on the phone with dispatch and we can kind of hear a little bit what's going on. If we can hear crying in the background, you know, there we go. That's, you know, that's it. And so that's always one that's going to be a great experience. That's one that I don't ever want to do again.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was amazing. It was really neat how we got, you know, just like clockwork. It was another well-ran situation. And of course, the results were exactly what we wanted. But yeah, don't ever want to do that again.
I don't blame you.
I'm good.
Yeah, sure.
I'm good. You know.
Go ahead, Hendrix. Look like you wanted to say something.
No.
Okay. Is there any other of those happy traumas that you have or that stick in that brain?
How is a trauma happy?
There's positives in every situation, Hendrix. You just have to find them. Asshole.
I don't know. There's always, you know, the kid choking or things like that, you know. There's a lot of positive situations. Nothing that really jumps out as, wow, that was amazing, you know, like the baby, you know, things like that. There's just a lot of we get a lot of I guess we call them I've fallen and I can't get up calls, you know. The community gets older, things like that. So, but those older people, they grew up in that 20s, 30s, 40s, you know, stuff like that. They're tough as nails.
Oh yeah.
The ladies, the men, they're tough as nails. We've walked guys back to their bed. No, I'm not going to the hospital. I want to go back to bed. I just need to lay down for a little bit. That we've gone on later, their leg was broken.
Jesus.
Tough as nails. And no, just help me back up into my bed. Thank you very much. They're always so grateful. They're amazing. They just, oh, thank you very much. That's the cool. Thank you. So, you know, I just helped you up.
Yeah.
You know, you fell, you couldn't get up. I helped you up into your bed, but they're just so grateful. It's just, and those are the neat ones.
Yeah.
They're so grateful, but just tough as nails. Like that guy just, you know, we went to him back a couple hours later and it was like, he just wasn't feeling well and his leg was still sore and hurting. And we take him up and he broke his tib fib.
Oh shit, both of them.
Dude, your leg is broke.
Is grateful and stubborn.
And, you know, it wasn't sheared off and, you know, wobbly, but it was broke. And like, wow, dude, you're tough as nails, just tough as nails. And it's a great community. They're all, you know, a lot of positives.
When you guys, now, how long have you been with the same crew? And is there a time limit between how long somebody can work with each other in the firefighter system?
No, I've always been on B crew. And then it would depend on retiring or promotions. If someone gets promoted, but the open spot is on another crew, they go to the other crew.
Yeah.
Things like that. So there's a bunch of mix and matches. Couple guys I've worked with for a couple years here or there, you know, and then through promotions or you know, everybody gets switched back around, stuff like that. We do switch stations every once in a while. My first 7 years I was at headquarters. My next 7 years I was up at station 3. And then I've been up at station 2, pretty much the most. We switch around here or there, but The guy I'm with now, I always tease him that I'm his longest relationship. He's a younger single guy, and together we've been on the same truck for 7 years now. Great, I love him to death. We have a lot of fun. He's a paramedic, but yeah, it's always like, no matter what girlfriend you get, remember I'm your longest relationship.
remember who your main bitch is.
Yeah.
What influenced you to join being a firefighter? Was it 9/11, or did you have that already?
No, it's not really a great story. It really isn't. It's okay, maybe. I was 32 years old. I was working for the recreation department here in Rock Springs, and you weren't allowed to, back then. Things have changed in the last few years, of course, but back then you weren't allowed to hire on with the fire department or test with the fire department after or when you're 33 years old or older, because they wanted the 25 year career type of thing. That's what they wanted. And back then that was the rules. You couldn't test if you were 33 or over. I was 32. They were coming up with testing. And I was like, what the heck? I'm going to test. This is the last chance I could test. Why not? So I actually hired on when I was 33 years old, but the list was certified by the commission 5 days before my 33rd birthday. And that, which was kind of neat. That was kind of cool timing that I made it by 5 days.
Yeah.
Even the chief that hired me, I knew him for a few years. He golfed a lot too, but never like personally. It'd be like, oh, hey, how you doing? If I saw him out there on the golf course. But so he's like, I even had to double check and see, because you're 33, if we could even hire you. But the list was certified before you turned 33. And so it was like, so would you like the job? And oddly, it was, and I look back on it and it's like, I don't even know what I was thinking, but it was like he offered me the job on a Thursday, just saying, I'm not sure exactly the days, but I was like, could I think about it for a couple of days? And he's like, yeah, come back Monday, give me a call Monday. Let me know what you think. So I went back home and discussed it with the wife and was like, I don't know. What do you think? Should I not? And so it's like, yeah, why not? Let's give it a try. It looks fun. I think it's going to be cool. Fire trucks, like you said.
Fuck yeah.
That's cool. So I called him back up Monday and said, I'm in. What do I need to do? Where do we go? So physicals, things like that, drug tests, blah, blah, blah. Then, here's what. So he told me, it was late August when all this was going on. And I had already accepted the position. There was 4 of us coming on at the same time. So they were trying to coordinate when the 4 of us could come on. A couple guys wanted to give their other job 2 weeks notice, as I did too, things like that. Another guy was coming from Colorado. So he was that. So anyway, they decided on mid-October, you guys will all start. Well, then 9/11. Yeah. A couple weeks later, it was like, whoa, that was kind of a shock of, holy smokes, this is getting crazy out there now. And even Mike was like, are you sure you want to be a firefighter? And it was like, we don't have high rises. I mean, 3 stories, that's all you're going to get, or it's going to get blown over. So we don't have high rises. It's, so, and who's going to bomb Rock Springs, Wyoming? I mean,
man, oh shit.
Dead center, there's cities with the more population than our state.
Yeah.
So it was, but from day one, starting with the training, things like that was, why did it take me 4 days to think this? You know?
Yeah.
And my brothers teased me, your dad, your dad, even like that. After the first couple of weeks of training, they issued me a pillow and blankets. It's like, because we get.
Oh yeah, makes sense. I was just like,
because
what?
we work 48-hour shifts.
Yeah.
They're 24-hour days, but we work 48 hours in a row. We're not awake the whole time. So it was like they issued me a pillow, man. And
it's the best job in the fucking world.
It's like, yeah, look at this. And I get to drive a fire truck. It was so it was like from that day, from day one on, it still baffles me. I had to think about it for 4 days,
Yeah.
And even mold it like, really? Okay, so it'll be a little bit more pay, it'll be this or that. But it was like, what was I thinking? I should have been doing this. I should have tested years ago. I wish I had. I wish I tested.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But it was just a timing thing, and it worked out great. But
I'm glad we heard your story. I'm gonna tell you two of my fondest memories with you. One was mentioned earlier in an earlier episode when me and my brother dancing in diapers, and Dad's playing guitar, and Kevin and his girlfriend at the time walk in. He pulls down his shorts. He's in his tidy whities, and he comes, joins, and we all dance in our underwear. It's awesome. So awesome.
Can't beat them, join them.
Exactly. Can't beat them, join them. And the other one is my first dip. It was like a week long. I'd always be like, Kevin, give me a dip. He'd be, go ask Grandpa. Grandpa, can I have a dip? No. So this went on for like a week, like every day. Well, the last time I was like, Kevin, give me a dip. Go ask Grandpa. Grandpa, I want a dip. Can I have a dip? He goes, yes. Okay. So I put it in. I'm on the front porch of my grandma's house. I put the dip in, and of course it's fucking Copenhagen long cut, and Copenhagen is just like powder, and it just explodes everywhere in my mouth, and I got sick.
I got sick. Yeah.
But that was where it started with the old tobacco. Well, God,
you can't blame me.
No. I ain't blaming you.
Don't assign blame.
Fuck no. I could, man, I miss me a can of Cope. And that's something I admire you for. Such a lifelong chewer like you were, that you have enough discipline to allow yourself the day or the yearly dip on your birthday. I think that is so fucking cool, and I wish I had the strength to stick to that. Because if I had one,
I may have cheated one or two others throughout the year.
Yeah.
If one of the other firefighters has one and they're packing the can and taking a dip, I'd be like, throw that over here.
Well,
I quit because it was like I was done. Just done. It made it easier.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I might throw in one or two more a year than just having one on my birthday every year.
That's still good though. I don't have it. It's just like with smoking. I tried to stop smoking, and I'm like, I'll have 3 cigarettes today. Nope, it's like 10 or 12. But, all righty, Kev. Well, thank you for coming on, man, and telling your story. It was awesome and interesting to hear your perspective through the death of Grandpa, your dad, and
well, thank you.
That mindset of you're there to help. I am still boggled by it, and I will research more in the psychology field for that, and because I don't understand it. I don't understand it, but it's so awesome.
Yeah, it is a good feeling, and it is good to keep in the back of your head is I'm there to help. I can do what I can do. That's it.
And with that being said, Kev, thank you again. I love you, man.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you. You guys be safe. Have a good time.
All right. Thanks, Kev.
See ya.